Hi guys, today we will continue with our Ncert series, and we are here on the 9th Ncert, right? So today we'll be continuing the first chapter of class 9th Ncert, that is CBSE board. So without wasting much time, we'll continue. We in this book are going to study about the India, right? Reason being, we have a lot of questions from Indian geography. So in that sense, it is important for us to understand about India. And the first thing that we will be studying is India size and location. So that is the core of the topic we will be covering. So we will jump to the point of location, right? So here you can understand about the location. India is a vast country. Almost we have surpassed China. Yes or no? We have surpassed the China. And we are now the #1 country in the world in terms of population. Whether that is the praise or that will be boon or ban, it will be dependent on our human resources that we have studied in the last chapter. That if your human resources are good, then you will not face much problems. That demographic dividend will help us to achieve greater heights for the country, for the progress. Like for example, they have given example of Japan and Bangladesh. So Bangladesh and Japan have almost the same, or even Japan has more density, population density vis-a-vis vis-a-vis Bangladesh. Still, Japan is much progressive than Bangladesh. So population will not create much problem in if you have developed your population into the sound human resource. So let us come to our topic that of India, that is location. India is a vast country lying entirely in the northern hemisphere. So our country is in northern hemisphere. The main land extends between the latitude of this line is again important. Okay, 8 degree 4 minute north to 37 degree 6 minute north. And in terms, this is a latitudinal. Okay, so from here we have counted till here. So it is almost mainland I'm talking. So it is almost 8 degree till 37 degree. Almost it is also a 30 degrees extent. And in terms of latitude, that is this to this. Okay, so this extent, it's also important. Most of the times they ask questions. 68 degree to 97. So here you will have 68 and you will have 97 degree north, or the east, sorry, this will be the east. So we have, this is the hemisphere we will take. This is the equator and this is 0 degree longitude. So India is here. So it is entirely in the north and northeast, right? So remember this. You need to remember this line. Okay, so that is important for you from exams perspective. Is it clear? Now next is Tropic of Cancer divides the country almost into 2 equal parts. Okay, almost into 2 equal parts, right? To the southeast and southwest of the mainland lie the Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We'll be studying where are they located, and the Lakshadweep Islands in the Bay of Bengal and Arabian Sea respectively. So here we'll have the Andaman and Nicobar, and here you will have what? This Lakshadweep Islands. Yes. So this is how our world looks like. Here you have North America. Here you have South America. Here you have Africa, Europe, Asia, and Australia. So this is how the world looks like. So India accounts for the 2.4% of the total geographical area. Okay. India has a land boundary of about 15,200 kilometers and total length of coastline, including the Andaman and Nicobar, which is 7,500. India is bound by young fold mountains on northwest. South of 22° north latitude, it begins to taper and extend toward the Indian Ocean, dividing it into Arabian Sea on the west and Bay of Bengal on the east. So look at this graph. This is demographic yearbook of 2015. This is the area. So Russia has 17.9, Canada 9.9, USA 9.8, China 9.6, Brazil 8.5, Australia 7.6, and India only 3.2 land area we have. So look at this. This is the land area we have. So in terms of land, we are at how many number? 7th number. So our rank is 7th in terms of what? In terms of land holding. Okay, we are at the number 7. Russia is first, Canada is second, USA third, China fourth, Brazil fifth. Brazil is fifth in terms of population plus fifth in terms of what? Land also. Okay, and this is the map of India, which is important. Remember this map. Okay, so now you can see and read this. You have 2,933 kilometer of east and west, okay, extent, and north to south it is 3,200. Okay, so north to north south extent is greater with compared to east and west. So this is what you need to understand. North south extent is greater compared to southeast southwest extent, and this is the standard meridian, Indian standard meridian. Okay, remember this. So it passes to 4 states, and this is the 8° latitude, and this is 33°, 37° latitude. This is 68, this is 97. This is the extent. Okay, if we connect, so India will look like this. Okay, okay, so you will get this type of structure. Okay, trade and commerce. So this route is very important for trade. Okay, so we have a very important port, that is JNPT, Jawaharlal Nehru Port Trust. Very important. India's neighbors we will be studying. India shares boundary with Pakistan, Afghanistan, China, Nepal, Bhutan, Myanmar, Bangladesh. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 countries are there. Okay. So try to understand this. Then you have Sri Lanka and Maldives also. So India is separated from China, from the Sri Lanka by a narrow channel of sea called as Palk Strait and Gulf of Mannar, while Maldives is situated to the south of Lakshadweep. So Palk Strait is important. They ask couple of times question about Palk Strait. So can we really solve this question? Tropic of Cancer does not pass through. This is the question. Let us start solving this. Choose the correct answer. Tropic of Cancer does not pass through. So this is Tropic of Cancer. So it passes through Gujarat, it passes through Madhya Pradesh, it passes through Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Tripura, and Mizoram. Okay. Look at this. So I will make a straight graph. So it will not pass through what? Look, it will pass through. It will not pass through the Odisha. Okay, it will not pass through Odisha. So Odisha should be the answer. Okay, it will not pass through Odisha. So Rajasthan, Chhattisgarh, Tripura, Mizoram, right? Gujarat also, Madhya Pradesh also. So now next is the easternmost latitude of India is easternmost. So it is the 97 degree and 25. Right? This is the easternmost. This is the western. Uttarakhand, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, West Bengal, Sikkim have common frontier with which country? So it is the China. If you intend to visit Karavati during your summer vacation, which of the following union territories you will be going to? It is in Lakshadweep. Karavati is in Lakshadweep. My friend hails from a country which does not share boundary with India. Identify the country. So Bhutan has a boundary, Bangladesh has a boundary, Nepal has a boundary, Tajikistan do not have any boundary. So that is the answer. So that was it from the first chapter. Now the physical features of India. It's very important chapter. Second chapter. The land of India displays a great physical variation. So we will be studying the major physical divisions. So we will be studying these major physical divisions of India. Himalayan mountains, northern plains, peninsular plateau, Indian desert, coastal plains, and islands. So we'll be studying that. Let us start from the point number 1. Himalayan mountains. Himalayas, geologically young and structurally fold mountains, stretch over the northern borders of India. Look, I will show you this. We are talking about this. We are talking about this phenomenon. Okay. So we are talking about this. So let us divide it and we'll start. We'll create a new note. I will write it here. Okay, that you will understand. So look at this. We are studying about Himalayan mountains. Okay, studying about the Himalayan mountains. Okay. So firstly, Himalayan mountains are young mountains. Okay. So they are young mountains. So now these mountains range in the west-east direction from the Indus to Brahmaputra. Okay, if I may draw, okay, I will not burden you with other things. So Himalayas represent the loftiest and one of the most rugged mountain barriers of the world. They form an arc which covers distance about 2,400 kilometers. Their width varies from 4,000 meters in the Kashmir to 150 in the Arunachal Pradesh. So they are wide at the Kashmir and narrow at Arunachal Pradesh. Okay, the Himalayas consist three parallel ranges. So we'll be studying that. One is the northernmost represent the range that is called as Great or Inner Himalayas or Himadri. Okay, Great Himalayas. So we'll be studying that. Okay, pay kind attention. So this line. Okay, look at this paragraph. The northernmost. So you have to you need to understand about this. We have three things. So first thing is what? Himadri. Himadri. That is Greater Himalayas. Greater public Inner Himalayas. Okay. So next, this is the Greater Himalayas. Now, the folds of Great Himalayas are asymmetric in nature. So they are not symmetrical. The core of this part of Himalaya is composed of granite. So we have granite in it. Okay, understand this. The question can be asked. What is the core made up of? It is made up of granite. It is perennially snowed. A number of glacier descends from this range. The range lying to the south of the Himadri forms most rugged mountain system known as Himachal. So the third point is here, what? Himachal. Himachal. Okay. I will again new so I will write it here. So 3 points we have studied. One is Himadri. Second is Himachal. Okay. Now we are studying the third. Right. So the range is mainly composed of highly compressed altered rocks. The altitude varies from 3,400 to 4,500 and average width is 50 kilometers. While the Pir Panjal range form the longest and the most important range, Dhauladhar and the Mahabharat range also are prominent ones. So we are talking about Himachal. In Himachal we have Pir Panjal and Mahabharat. This range consists of famous valley of Kashmir, the Kangra and Kulu valley in Himachal Pradesh. This region is well known for hill stations. So we have hill stations here. The Kulu valley and Kangra valley is also in Himachal Pradesh and Himalayas. Pir Panjal is also Himalayan. So here we have. Look, this is Dhaula. Right? Then look at this range. Okay. Now the outer is what? Shivalik. Outer is Shivalik. Now you have what? 3 ranges, right? Extent, up to 10 to 20 kilometer and have altitude of varying, altitude means height varying between 900 meters to 1100 meters. These range are composed of unconsolidated sediments brought down by rivers from the mainland ranges located farther from the north. These valleys cover with the thick gravel and aluminum. Understand this. The longitudinal valleys lying between lesser Himalayas and the Shivalik are known as dunes. So these type of questions are generally asked. Okay. So I will copy it and I will paste it here. So most of the times questions are asked. Okay. So what I think that question can be asked for this. So you need to understand this. The longitudinal valleys lying between lesser Himalayas and the Shivalik are known as dunes. And the Shivaliks, Dehradun, Kotli Dune, Patli Dune are some of the important dunes. Okay, is it clear? Okay. So now, besides the longitudinal division, the Himalayas have been divided on the basis of regions from west to east. So we have now studied the longitudinal division. Now the second division is on the basis of region. Okay, the divisions have demarcated by river valleys. For example, the parts of Himalayas lying between Indus and Satluj has been traditionally known as Punjab Himalayas. Okay, so Punjab Himalayas are between Indus and Satluj. Okay, Himalayas from west to east respectively. The part of Himalayas lying between Satluj and Kali are known as Kumaon Himalayas. Then the Kali and Tista river demarcate Nepal Himalayas, and the part lying between. Okay, I will do one thing, that I will mark this with a different color. Now you can understand. So how many Himalayas we have? We have up till now 1. Okay, this 1, 2, 3, 4 Himalayas. One is Punjab Himalaya. Okay. Another is the Kumaon Himalaya. Next is the Nepal Himalaya. Then you have Assam Himalaya. Okay. So these 5 Himalayas we have: Punjab, Kumaon, Nepal, and Assam. These 4 Himalayas we have. Is it clear? Look, one is Punjab, another is Kumaon, next is Nepal, and fourth is Assam. These 4 Himalayas we have. Brahmaputra marks the easternmost boundary of the Himalayas. Beyond the Yang, the Himalayas bend sharply to the south and spread to the eastern boundary. They are known as Purvanchal, or the eastern hills. These hills run through the northeastern states, mostly composed of strong sandstones, which are sedimentary rocks. Covered with the dense forest, they mostly run as parallel ranges and valleys. The Purvanchal comprises Patkail Hills, Naga Hills, Manipur Hills, and Mizo Hills. So these are actually the part of what? Purvanchal, which is the eastern Himalayas or the eastern hills. Is it clear? Now we have covered the first part. Now we are in the second part. Okay. So Northern Plains. Northern Plains have been Northern plain has been formed by interplay of three major river systems: Indus, Ganga, and what? Indus, Ganga, and the Indus, Ganga, and Brahmaputra. Okay, these three, along with their tributaries. This plain formed alluvial soil. We have alluvial soil here. The deposition of aluminum in the vast basin lying at the foothill of Himalayas over millions of years formed this fertile plains. It spread over an area of 7 lakh kilometers, almost the 7 lakh kilometers. The plain begins about 2,400 long and 2,040 broad. It's densely populated geographic dividend. Here you have population is high, density is high with the rich soil cover combined with the adequate water. So that's the reason people are here. People prefer to live there. The northern plain broadly divided into three sections. Western parts of the plain is called as Punjab plains, like we have Punjab Himalayas also. So that is Punjab plains formed by Indus and its tributary. The larger part of this plain lies in the Pakistan. The Indus of and its territories like Jhelum and the Chenab and Bias, Satluj originates in the Himalaya. The section of the plain is dominated by Doab. Doab is a word, means do. Do means two, Ab means water. The Punjab means 5 and Ab means water. Okay, Ganga plains extend between Ghaggar and Tista plain rivers. Its place or the states of North India, Haryana, Delhi, UP, Bihar, and also some parts of Jharkhand and West Bengal. Northern plains are generally described as flat land with no variation in its relief feature. It is not true. Okay, it is not true. So this line is important. These vast plains also have diverse relief feature. According to the variation in the relief feature, northern plains can be divided into 4 regions. The rivers after descending from the mountains deposit pebbles in the narrow belt. So no, this diagram is also important. We'll show you diagram. Okay. Now I will take this out. The rivers, after descending from the mountain, deposit pebbles, means small pieces of rocks. Narrow belt of 8 to 16 kilometer with in the width, parallel to the slope of Shivalik. So if I want to draw, this is the Shivalik. This is the Shivalik, right? So to the plains of Shivalik is called as Bhabar. This is the Bhabar. So look, this is Bhabar, Tarai. These are the images. Okay, I will take one of the image and I will show you. Okay. I will paste it here for you so that you will understand. Okay. So now pay attention here. Look, here you have Himalayas. Here you have Himalayas. So up till now, this place, where like you see pebbles here. So these are actually what? This is actually Shivalik. Okay. And just to the Shivalik, you have Bhabar. All the streams disappear in the Bhabar belt. South of this belt, the streams and the rivers re-emerge and create a wet, swampy. This here you will have re-emergence of what? Re-emergence of what? The rivers. Re-emergence of rivers. Okay. Here streams disappear. Streams disappear. Okay. Understand this well. Now, if you read, we have completed this and this. This was thickly forested region full of wildlife. The forests have been cleared to create agriculture, land, and settle migrants from Pakistan after partition. Here you have Dudhwa National Park. Okay, in the Tarai region you have Dudhwa National Park. Okay, the largest part of the northern plain is formed of older alluvium. It lies above the floodplains of the rivers and present a terrace-like feature. It is called as Bhangar. So this area is called as Bhangar. And soil in this region contains a calciferous deposit known as Kankar. So in the Bhangar region, we have what? Kankars. Is it clear? Kankar. The newer deposits of floodplain are called as Khadar. Okay? Khadar. Okay? So you need to understand this diagram well. So you have Himalayas, these are actually Shivalik. Then next to Himalayas, you have Bhabar. Then you have streams disappearing. Then you have Tarai. Okay. And here you have re-emergence of rivers. Then next to it, you have Bhangar. That is the calciferous stones that are called kankars. And the newer is called as Khadar. Okay. Is it clear? I think you can understand now well. This diagram will help you to understand, okay? It's not that hard. Now, the next is Peninsular Plateau. Peninsular Plateau is a tableland. Okay, it is a tableland of old crystalline, igneous, and metamorphic rocks. It was formed due to the breaking and drifting of Gondwana, and thus making it part of oldest landmass. The plateau has broad and shallow valleys and rounded hills. This plateau consists of two basic divisions, namely Central Highlands and Deccan Plateau. So you have two broad categories, Central Highland and Deccan Plateau. The part of the peninsular plateau lying to the north of the Narmada River, covering the major area of plateau, is known as the Malwa Plateau is known as Central Highland. So Central Highland. So this is the definition, Central Highland. So Malwa Plateau is in Central Highlands. The Vindhyan Range is bounded by Satpura on the south and the Arvalis on the northwest. The further westward extension gradually merges with the sandy and rocky deserts of Rajasthan. The flow of the river draining this region, namely Chambal, Sindh, Betwa, came from the southwest to northwest, thus indicating the slope. The eastward extension of the plateau is locally known as Bundelkhand. So Bundelkhand is also part of Central Plateau. Okay. So you know about Chota Nagpur Plateau, you have a lot of minerals also in that area. Deccan Plateau is a triangular landmass. So it is a triangular, not the square or not rectangular. It is a triangular. Lies to the south of Narmada River. The Satpura range flanks it broad in the north, with while you have Satpura, then you have Mahadev and Kaimur Hills and the Michael Hills from its eastern extensions. Okay, so Satpura, Mahadev, Kaimur, and Michael. The Deccan Plateau is higher in west and slopes gently towards the east. An extension of the plateau is also visible in the northeast, locally known as Meghalaya or Karpi Anglong Plateau. It is separated by fault from Chota Nagpur Plateau. Three prominent ranges from the west to east are Digaro, Khasi, Jayantiya. So that is also part of what? Deccan Plateau. Western Ghats and Eastern Ghats. See, if I may draw the diagram, I will have to draw like this. So in that sense, it becomes very hard for us to draw. So these are actually the what? Western Ghats, and these are the Eastern Ghats. They also meet here. Okay. So this is how it will look like. These are the Western Ghats. I'll paste it here. So these are Western Ghats and these are the Eastern Ghats. Okay. I will have to paste it here. Okay. So this is how the diagram will look like. Is it clear? Now, Western Ghats lie parallel to the Western Coast. These are continuous. So every line is important actually. These are continuous and crosses through passes only. So you have Thar, Bor, and Pal Ghats. Thal Ghat, Bor Ghat, and Pal Ghat. Western Ghats are higher than Eastern Ghats. Okay, I will have to copy it and paste it. So that copy and paste. Okay. So this is one point that can be asked. Eastern Ghats are higher than the Western Ghats are higher than the Eastern Ghats. Okay, Eastern Ghats stretches from Mahanadi River to the Nilgiri. Eastern Ghats are discontinuous and irregular. Eastern Ghats are irregular and discontinuous. Okay. So now you got idea about Eastern Ghats also. So okay, pay attention. So this line is also important. Okay, the Western Ghats causes orographic rainfall. So you have three types of rainfalls: orographic, cyclonic, and seasonal. Sorry, orographic and this conventional and cyclonic. So these three types of rainfalls are there. So here in the Western Ghats, you have orographic due to Western Ghats. So heights of the Western Ghats progressively increases from north to south. So height of Western Ghat progressively increases from north to south. This line is very important. General people think that they are, so the height of Western Ghats will actually increase this way. Remember this. Okay. This is how the height is going to increase. So I will have to show like this. So greater from south, what? From west, from north to south, the height will increase. The highest peak includes Anai Mudi, which is 2,695 meter, and the Dota Beta. Okay. Mahendragiri is actually highest in Eastern Ghats. Mahendragiri. Okay. Comparatively less. Shivra Hills and Javadi Hills are located to the southeast of what? Eastern Ghats. So Uti is also in Eastern Ghats, and Kodai Canal is also in Eastern Ghats. One of the distinct features of the peninsular plateau is that it has a black soil, which is known as a Deccan trap. This is volcanic origin and hence igneous rocks. Okay. So black soil is important for which crop? For cotton. It's called as cotton soils. Then you have the last is, and we will end it here, the Indian desert. Indian desert lies toward the western margin of Arvalis. It is undulating sandy plain known with the sand dunes. Okay, we have less than 150 mm rainfall per year. Okay, Luni is the only river in this region. Luni is the only river in the Deccan or the Thar desert. You know about bar chance, right? This type of structures of sand dunes is called as bar chance, 34-degree angle. Coastal plains. The peninsular plateau is flanked with the stretched narrow coastal strip known as Arabian Sea. We will see. Okay, we can continue and end the chapter today only, so that we will continue 2 chapters. We have completed actually 2 chapters. Okay. Western Ghats are known with the different names like Konkan, Kannad, and Malabar coast. The coastal plains, okay, coastal plains I'm talking. The Konkan plains, that Mumbai, Goa part, and then Kannad plains and Malabar coast. Plains of Bay of Bengal are white and level. In the north part, it refers to as the northern Sarkar. Okay, while the southern parts are called Coromandel coast. You have Mahanadi, Godavari, Krishna, and Kaveri from the extensive delta in this region. Lake Chilika is important in the eastern coast. It's the largest saltwater lake in India. Chilika is the largest saltwater lake in the region. Next is islands. Now we will talk about the Lakshadweep, just close to the Malabar. This group composes small coral islands. It is coral islands called as Lakshadweep, Minicoy, and Amindev. So these 3 islands are there. In 1973, these were renamed as the Lakshadweep. Okay. Karavati Island is the administrative headquarters of the Lakshadweep. So that is the headquarter of Karavati is headquarter of what? Lakshadweep. Pitti Island has a bird sanctuary. Okay, Pitti Island has a bird sanctuary. Then, so we'll study about Andaman and Nicobar. So they are bigger in size and numerous and scattered also. Two bird categories, Andaman and Nicobar. So it is believed that these islands are elevated portions of submarine mountains. These island groups are great strategic importance of the country, has thick forest cover and experience equatorial type of climate. India's only active volcano is in the Barren Islands. India's only active volcano is in the Barren Islands. Remember that. Now, it's not important. We will study this. The landmass bounded by sea on three sound is known as what? It's known as peninsula, which is the mountain ranges in the eastern parts of India, forming its boundary with the Myanmar. It's called as Purvanchal. The western coastal tip of the south of Goa is referred as Kannad. Okay, Kannad Plains. Highest peak in the eastern Ghats is Mahendragiri. So you have solved all the questions. So today we'll end it here, and tomorrow we will continue and we'll discuss the next chapter. Okay.